welcome back to another episode of Trek to Anywhere. So today is another really beautiful day, and I've got all my meetings taken care of earlier today, so it's after lunch. We've got a bit more work to do, but we're going to finish up work today out on the beach. I'll show you what I use for my remote working setup, and also some just really cool views of Carolina Beach. As far as like the 4x4 beach goes, we might drive into town as well, but definitely want to show you guys one of my favorite spots to remote work out here on the beach. I'm just going to stop here for a second and air the tires down. So we've got our new air chuck. I was able to use it yesterday, and it worked really well. So, yeah, I think we're going to keep it on here. So as a good rule of thumb, I always air down going to the beach, even if it's a shorter drive. It's just, you know, I see so many vehicles get stuck out on the beach because they don't air down. So we always do it as a preliminary caution. So we're out here on the beach, and we'll do a little quick tour of the remote working setup that I've got going on. There's also some like kites flying, so I'll show you some of those ones as well. So here's the here on the beach. Got the awning set out. Front runner chair and table. Got my laptop going on, and what a view. Check out that cool site. That's awesome. Very cool. So here's the office view. Not too bad. I don't get a chance to come out here every day and do this, but when I do have a little bit lighter workload and I don't have any meetings, I like to come out here, get some work done, enjoy some sun rays and some beautiful views. To give you a better perspective of where Carolina Beach Freeman Park is. We'll zoom into southeastern North Carolina. Freeman Park is going to be located on the north side of Carolina Beach and encompasses this strand here. It's the end of the workday, but I still want to show you guys a little bit more of Freeman Park, Carolina Beach. So we'll take a ride down the beach line and I'll show you some cool views. And then afterwards, we're going to stop by Fort Fisher State Park, which has a 4x4 beach. And there's a lot more driving. Honestly, that's my favorite, but they don't have good cell phone coverage, so I have to work up here. But yeah, let's take a ride. Alright, we're getting ready to go to Fort Fisher. I'm just airing the tires back up. So there's a new building here. It looks like luxury apartments. I love the mural that's on this. It's pretty cool. It's just a short drive from Freeman Park to Fort Fisher State Recreation Area. Straight down through Carolina Beach and Curry Beach. Alright, we're out here on Fort Fisher. I'm just going to air down before we get out on this beach. There's a few miles of driving in the sand, so yeah, we're going to air back down. You know, you'll see a lot of people come out here, especially on the weekends. There's a decent amount of driving that you can do, so you can usually find a spot that's kind of to yourself. I'll show you as we kind of get out of here, but it's not too bad. doing all this like sand driving and talk about like what actual mode that I use. So in the Defenders, a lot of them have configurable terrain response, and so does this one. I use a custom terrain response setting that basically I just use the center diff lock and I let the wheels spin freely so that the traction control doesn't break while I'm driving to try to stop any wheel spin. It seems to work really good. I'll show you the settings. Alright, so we've got our 4x4 info view. So click over to configurable. I'm already in the configurable terrain response setting, but I've got a few different customizations here that I've made, but we'll just go back and take a look at what I've got set up for custom sand. So we've got the center diff lock. We don't have a rear locker in this one. I keep the powertrain pretty normal, the steering light, and then the traction control, more wheel spin. So that's way, and if we're in a situation where we're getting bogged, the traction control isn't cutting in to stop those spinning wheels. And then the ride height, because this has air suspension, we've got it set to normal. Alright, if we look down a little bit, I've also turned off the traction control, or actually I guess it's called dynamic stability control. So that's turned off, which helps the wheels spin more freely in sand mode. Thanks for joining me this week at Carolina Beach's Freeman Park and Fort Fisher State Recreation Area. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more overlanding adventures.